everyone, here is a video tutorial that goes along with your drum and bass part 1 assignment. So the first thing we're going to do for your drum and bass project is start to work with the drums. I gave you a pack of breakbeat samples, and the first thing we want to do is add that to your browser. So you are going to go down here where it says Add Folder, click on it, and you are going to search for those breakbeat samples, which you downloaded already, Breakbeat Starter Kit, and press Open. All right, and that will get added to your browser. Then we're going to scroll through these to listen to them. So I'm going to click on my Breakbeat Starter Kit over here and just listen to them. You'll find a whole range of clips, but I'm going to choose one that is mostly drums because that's what we're going after. I'm going to go with this Outcast clip, and I'm going to create a new audio track, Command T, I already have one here, and drag it in. Now I'm going to listen to my clip. That doesn't sound quite like drum and bass. Why? Because it's half speed. So if your clip ends up sounding half speed like this, what we're going to do is just double click on it, and you see this button right here? This will double the clip's speed. So check it out. Now we're talking. While we're here, make sure you're set on either Complex or Complex Pro. Some people use beats for drums. I always go to Complex or Complex Pro, but you can obviously try out the various algorithms and see what works for you. All right, so let's go back here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this sample up. So I'm going to make cuts on every 8th note. So you can see here that my grid is set to 8th notes. I can control click and set it to 16th notes if I want it to be 16th notes instead, but I'm going to start with 8th notes. And I'm going to go through this sample, and I'm going to make cuts with Command E every 8th note. So I'm going to do Command E, Command E, Command E, Command E, all the way through the sample. Now I've already done that to save time, so I'm going to go up to the one I've already done. Okay, so you can see that I've cut up the clips on every 8th note. And the idea is to take this existing material and make something new. So I'm going to create a new audio track, and by just simply using copying and pasting, I'm going to reorder these clips to make a new drum beat. So I'm going to Command C, Command V. I'll start with the same one, but then I'm going to reorder them. Okay? And again, I'm just Command C, Command V, Command C, Command V. I'm putting them in a new order. Let's listen to what I have so far. All right, so I'm not going to do my whole 4 bars right now, but that's what you would do. You would create 4 bars, that would be from 1 until 5, of a new drum beat. Let me show you a couple tricks. There's a couple things that we can do to even mess with these drum beats even more, or mess with these little slices even more. One is if I double click, you can see that you can reverse. You see the reverse button? You can reverse a clip. Okay? So now I've reversed that little slice. I like that actually. Check that out again. All right. Another thing you can do that's often used in drum and bass is transposing up. So I double click on this clip, and I'm going to transpose it up a little bit. Okay, so if I listen to my whole thing. All right, so I would go through. A final thing you can do, although I highly recommend that you know what you're doing, is you can move around the transients a little bit. But that's only if you are sure you know what you're doing on that. Otherwise, I would work with reverse, and I would work with transpose. Okay, so once you have 4 bars worth, and because I don't want to do this with you, I'm going to pretend that I have an entire 4 bars. Zing. Okay, and 2 more. Once you have 4 bars worth, you're going to call over either a teacher or an instructional aide to make sure it gets approved. And once we say, yeah, it's cool, what I want you to do is click on hold down Shift. I'm going to select everything and then press Command J. That will join it all together into one beat. Then I'm going to press Command R. I'm going to name it Drums 1. All right? Okay, so there's my Drums 1 beat. Now, we are going to be adding a kick and snare. So what we want to do to this drum beat right here is we want to add a high pass filter. so that we're only really getting the top end of these drums. So I'm going to go into Audio Effects, I'm going to go to Auto Filter, and I'm going to do a high pass. There we go. Okay? So you are going to create 4 different versions of these drums. This is one version. You're going to have over here drums 2, drums 3, drums 4. Then we're going to copy and paste them later throughout our track. All right? Enjoy.